Maria Goretti, affectionately called Marietta by her family, was born in Coronado in 1890 on the eastern side of Italy. She was one of 5 children of Luigi and Assunta Goretti. In 1899, her father Luigi Gray moved the family to La Feria de Conca, 40 miles from Rome, looking for a job. Luigi soon got a job as a sharecropper, and in exchange for farming work, his employer let Luigi's family stay in one of his houses. This house had 2 floors. Luigi, Assunta, and their children stayed at the ground floor. Giovanni Saranelli, a widower, and his son Alessandro lived upstairs. Both families tried to survive together, exchanging their crops and belongings. One day, Luigi Goretti was bitten by a mosquito carrying the malaria virus. Tragically, he died 11 days later in 1900. This incident left poor Assunta to raise her 5 children in the new and strange town all alone. Thankfully, she had Maria to help her. Maria Goretti was afraid that her father would remain in purgatory for too long, so she prayed constantly. This habit of prayer led to a long practice meditation. The rosary was constantly tied around her wrist. She could not go long without praying. In order for the Goretti family to survive, Maria's mother Assunta took her husband's place in the fields. This left Maria as the eldest girl to take her mother's place in the home. Maria cooked, cleaned, did the laundry, and cared for her younger siblings. Their neighbor Giovanni had a drinking problem, and he used immodest language. But he did like Maria, like his own daughter, as she often helped them with chores. She cooked and cleaned for the 2 Serenella men. Maria never complained about the extra work she had to do. She was a source of encouragement to her mother, assuring her mother that Jesus would provide for their needs. Maria was a religious child. Although she could neither read nor write, she learned her catechism and received her first Holy Communion with great reverence in 1901 on the feast of Corpus Christi. She went to Mass as often as possible and grew in virtue, sanctity, maturity, and beauty. It was from Assunta that Maria learned never to sin at any cost. At 11, Maria was already a beautiful young woman. Alessandra, being 19, twice made advances toward her. Alessandra was taken with Maria's beauty and had for some time tried to seduce her. He spoke obscenely to her, made lewd suggestions, and threatened to kill Maria and her mother if she told anyone. Alessandra was the typically depressed young teenager. His mother had died in a psychiatric hospital while he was young. Following his father's footsteps, he drank too much. Although he was Catholic, he had fallen away. Despite his persistence, Maria did not give in to temptation. This angered Alessandro, and one day his anger got the best of him. One day, Maria was sewing up a shirt while her mother and siblings were out on the farm working. Giovanni sat down to rest. Seizing an opportunity for evil, Alessandro left his work and came back to his house. He saw his father dozing off at the foot of stairs and went up into the house without making any sound. Alessandro snuck up on her and stabbed Marietta 14 times and left her in a pool of blood. He then quickly left the building before anyone could see him. Alessandro's father woke up to the loud noise. When he entered the house, he found Maria in a pool of blood. Maria's body was horribly mangled. It was a miracle that she was still alive. The neighbors soon arrived and gasped when they saw their beloved Maria. They asked, "Who did this terrible thing?" And she whispered, "It was Alessandro. He tried to make me do something that was a sin. He couldn't make me do it. I wouldn't let him." Maria was immediately brought to the hospital. It took 5 hours for a carriage to transfer Marietta to the nearest hospital in Ancona. Marietta underwent a surgery without anesthesia. The following day, July the 6th, 1902, Marietta received her last sacrament, and before her death, she told her confessor, Monsignor Timothy La Senora, a phrase that forever transformed the lives of many people. As she lay dying, when the parish priest asked whether she forgave Alessandro, she replied, "Yes, I forgive him, and I want him to be in paradise with me someday." Maria died the next day on July 6th at the age of 11 years. A large crowd gathered at her funeral, and each of them was aware of her martyrdom. The cops soon arrested Alessandro, and he was sentenced to 30 years in prison. Because he was an angry young man in constant fights, he was placed in isolation. He was completely unrepentant for his crime, and his heart was hardened. However, 6 years later, Maria appeared to Alessandro in a dream. In his dream, his prison cell turned into a lush garden, and Maria came bathed in light. That was all too much for Alessandro. Until this point, he had been unrepentant for his crime. But immediately, his heart began to soften, and he wept after so many years. He called for the bishop, confessed his crime, and lived out the rest of his sentence as a reformed man and model prisoner. After his release, he sought out Maria's mother that he might beg for her forgiveness. Mother Assunta on that occasion said, "Marietta has forgiven you. God has forgiven you. Who am I not to forgive you?" And she forgave him. Alessandro then decided to retire to a place of prayer in order to carry out this journey of healing and conversion. He entered as a lay brother into the Capuchin convent where he stayed until his death. Since her death, Maria has been the instrument of numerous cures and miracles. She was canonized at St. Peter's Square in a ceremony attended by 250,000 people, including her mother, the first mother ever to see her child canonized. Pope Pius XII proclaimed her the patron saint of chastity and victims of sexual violence. Maria Goretti is an excellent model, an intercessor for today's youth, confronted by a sea of immorality poured out on the world by the modern media. She offers children and young people a refuge, protection, a serene spirit, and the deep joy of the pure heart.